Okay. Premises, whatever. Why do you think TDK outscales Cass?
He's just stronger. He wears black. He has he looks really cool. It's cool designs.
I mean,
give me an argument of why you think that Cass is strong.
I mean, I asked you for an argument first.
Yeah, I just did. I gave you an argument.
You said he's stronger, but why is he stronger? That's the question I asked.
I just said he's strong and he wears black.
He's strong in black. Okay, so
yeah. You said give an argument. You didn't say give a good one. I'll give a good one when you actually give me some information about Cass that you think is impressive.
Okay, I think Cass scales to a point TDK just doesn't scale. I think he scales right before the overvoid. I don't think TDK is scaling on that level.
Okay, why does he scale to the overvoid?
No, I didn't say to the overvoid. I said right before the overvoid.
Right before?
He scales to the Neo.
Okay, why does he scale right before?
He scales to the Neo.
The Neo?
Yeah.
Okay, why do you think that?
It stated when he was fighting Mandrath, the civilization was falling.
Okay, post it.
Give me 1 second.
Post it all in scans.
Scans, okay, bet. Not there. Not there. Where the fuck is it?
What is this? Don't lose to Kruos. He's ass.
Chill. Don't do my guy Kruos like that.
Thanks, bro. Buns.
Yeah. Okay. So you see the scan? And scans is loading right now. He fights in the ruins of the Utopia and dreams and the wreckage. We fight in the ruins of Utopia, the wreckage of dreams, in the unsolvable debris of museums, galleries, unimaginable masterpieces of art and architecture. Do you have any problem with that?
Give me a second.
Okay.
Nice PFP.
Wait, Kruos, you gonna sing for this?
Are you doing it?
Okay.
Hello. Are you guys were?
This guy told me to wait 1 second so he could start humming.
Yeah, guys were debating or not?
Nah,
we're
synchronizing.
Hmm?
No, we're synchronizing. We're just talking about BLM and shit.
What does steganizing mean?
It's synchronizing.
Oh, synchronizing. Okay. I thought I heard some new ass terminology, bro. Okay. So
Cosmic Armor, Superman.
So basically, I made the assertion that
he summoned the goons. He summoned the goons.
Okay, so what contention do you have with that scan?
Alright, let me see what you posted in scans.
I posted in scans.
There's nothing left. We find the ruins of Utopia in the wreckage of dreams and under galleries and unimaginable. We find blah blah blah. Civilization falls. What do you think civilization falls means?
I'm referencing the Neo because they're in a civilization. The Neo, they're fighting in the Neo. And we can see their clash make everything around them crumble. So it's just in direct correlation to the Neo.
So they're making rocks crumble in the Neo.
No, the civilization crumbled. They reference it directly. We see everything around them crumbling.
What do you think civilization is semantically? How do you define it?
It's the Neo.
You think it's the whole Neo?
Yeah.
Sure. I disagree.
Why?
I don't think that's how you define civilization.
Okay, so what do you define as civilization, Kruos?
I'll pull it up. I wish I knew. Yeah. So, what type of dictionary do you want to use? Oxford? Do you want to use Merriam-Webster?
I'm from Oxford. Yes.
Okay.
Yo, Oxford.
The stage of human social and cultural development and organization that is considered the most advanced. It could be culture, the society, or it could also be the way of life in a particular area. So you trying to say that you're trying to ascertain that it's the entire Neo. I don't necessarily have to agree with. I can just say it's a particular area.
Particular area.
Yeah.
Okay, you are aware the Neo essentially is a particular area of the monosphere. It's at the edge of the
but
monitors too.
I could also say the ground in the Neo is a particular area.
Okay, I think that's ratty. The ground is not a civilization.
You trying to
not
say
an
it's right
aspect.
doesn't mean it's
Civilization by definition is not an aspect, Kruos.
I just told you why it's a portion. I just read it out to you.
Okay, no, okay. Can you send the scan?
How am I ratting if I read out a definition to you, Samantha?
Okay, send me the definition, please. It's not appearing on my search.
Okay.
Maybe I spelled it wrong. You sent it?
Give me a second. God. I'm just gonna
That's a lot of people, bro.
What?
In the VC.
It's fucking Superman's ass. Motherfucker's overrated. His ass, trash can.
No, I'm saying that's a lot of people in the VC.
Yeah, because they want to know why Superman's fucking buns.
Oh, okay. Can you send this?
Look at skin shot. The stage of human social and culture development organization, then all the supplementary devs are all the society, culture, or the way of life in a particular area. So it can be either one of those things. It doesn't ascertain to just one of those things. It could be
I don't think it necessarily has to be referencing like humans specifically. I think in context it's referencing the monitors.
Why?
The state, huh? Because
Why?
they're in a place with the monitors.
Okay, they can be in a place with the monitors. That doesn't mean it has to be referenced in the monitors. It can also just be referenced in the ground.
With the monitors is directly getting destroyed.
You're presenting possibility. You're not presenting likelihood.
It's not a possibility. We're seeing it happen directly on panel.
Okay, so wait. So you're interpreting the comic, correct? Yes or no?
Yes, I am interpreting the comic.
So you realize every single interpretation that you make is a possibility that it's the case because that's not a confirmed
so like you're saying, case. What do you mean? Like you're saying
everything that you read or you interpret from a comic or a manga or whatever you're scaling or reading is all an interpretation or something that's possible, but you have to prove that it's likely. You have to get the likelihood of it.
So you're saying like what I'm directly seeing is it's subjective.
No, I'm saying that everything is fucking subjective, especially
like
when you're talking about a manga or a comic. But I'm saying, okay, can you let me finish talking? I'm saying in the context of you reading the material on the scan, your interpretation of it is merely a possibility. I'm saying, why is it likely? I'm simply providing the case to why my assumption is just as likely as your assumption. It doesn't have to be either or.
Okay, so basically, what I'm referencing right now is not the text. I'm referencing how we're literally looking at the panel and we're seeing the Clash of Mandrak destroy everything around them. That's what I'm referencing.
No, I don't think that's what we're seeing. I see a bright light and I see rubble falling next to them. I don't think the whole entire thing is being destroyed. I see them clashing, Cass and Mandrak clash. There's a bright light, and then we see rubble around them start to break.
Okay, so when the rubble of this civilization
yes, you would be agreeing with me indirectly. My point is that it could be a particular area or just that portion of it via the definition where it says, again, let me go read it, scan shot. It says the way of a particular area could just be the way of life in that area. What's happening in that area that they're fighting in.
The society, culture, and way of life of a particular area. I don't think that definition is applicable to the scan.
Yeah, I don't think that your definition is more applicable than what I'm using. My entire purpose is like, okay, do you understand what the argument that I'm making?
Can you state it again?
Yeah, sure. My whole point is that we're both providing a possibility. We all have interpretations whenever we read a manga or a comic. I'm simply saying my interpretation is just as likely as your interpretation. You're not providing a case to why what you're saying is inherently likely or why yours is inherently more likely. You're not like there's no Occam's razor here. There was no more likely assumption. There's nothing.
Okay. So what's your interpretation again? It's just like an aspect, like just a little.
It's not even my interpretation. It's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that it can be. I'm providing an equal possibility to what you're asserting. I don't have a direct observation or a direct feeling about it.
Okay, you provided a possibility. I'm asking, like, what's this possibility? I don't know.
The possibility is that they're fighting in that area of life, that particular portion, and they're not actually destroying the entire surface of what you're calling the Neo.
Okay, we see everything around them being destroyed, firstly. We see ledges fall, buildings crash, buildings crumble.
So we see rubble. We see some buildings that they were fighting near. Yeah,
okay,
sure.
So
using lasers and fire attacks.
Definition is referencing the society, culture, and a way of life.
That's not what I was using. I used the part where it says the way of life in a particular area.
Definition. Okay, hold on. What? The definition of society, culture, and a way of life of a particular area is not necessarily applicable in the way you're trying to apply it.
You're
right
not
now.
okay.
That's,
First of
for
all, let me
example,
wait.
referencing, like, Asia, for
Pause. Pause before you shotgun. You're adding the entire sentence in. I don't know, like not even to like make fun of you. I don't know if you learn English, but there's commas that separate them distinctively. One says the society. The next one says culture. The next one says a way of life in a particular area. It's not the society, culture, and way of life in a particular area. It's either three of those things. All three of those things are a
Okay,
possibility.
that's fine. Okay, let's talk about the way of life in a particular area. That's just like referencing, for example, the culture of Asia.
No,
That's
I
not
don't
like
think that's the
applicable to the
case
physical.
because if that was the case, they wouldn't show a distinction when they put culture before they put that in a comma. There's a distinctive value there.
I think they're using it synonymously because in the definition, the example they give, they say the great books of Western civilization. That's
You
like
saying
a certain culture.
sure. I agree that they're all synonymous. That doesn't change the fact because it's a definition. So all supplementaries under said definition are all synonymous. That's the point of the definition.
I'm not saying they're like every single like example is synonymous. What I'm saying, when it says, for example, the great books of Western civilization,
they're all synonymous because it's a definition. All supplementary verbs, adjectives, or anything that comes from said definition would all be synonymous because they're comparable. There's different ways that you can define it, but they're all similar in an essence.
I'm sorry, can you repeat that?
Yeah, sure. All definitions or supplementary adjectives or verbs that come under a definition would all be synonymous because while they can have slight distinctive or values between them, they're all similar because they
I'm
stem
not
from the same
referencing
word.
the synonyms. I'm referencing the example they give when they put in a sentence.
I'm saying that you tried to say that it could also just be referencing culture, and for the whole VC, and they heard you, and I said there's a comma that separates them distinctively, and I said that in this case, I don't think that's the exact same thing. They can all be synonymous, but it's not the exact same thing.
I don't think you understand what I'm saying. I'm saying within context, it's just referencing all these little parts within this specific definition, and I substantiated that by saying the great books of Western civilization, like in the Western area, I guess. So it's also like, for example, in this context, it'd be the civilization of the Neo. Do you understand what I'm saying now?
No, because you're repeating the exact same thing that you said previously.
Because I don't think you understand this. I clarified it.
Yeah, my whole what's my argument? Let's start there. Let's get down to the root of it.
So you're trying to argue it's a specific portion of the Neo, correct?
Yeah, because they're fighting in a specific portion. They're not fighting. They're not omnipresent beings that are covering the entirety of the Neo. That's not what's happening.
Okay, that's. I don't think they need to be omnipresent.
They do because for my argument. Wait, can I finish talking? Your problem is that you talk over me, so you don't understand my argument. Then you ask me to repeat it 3 times, then you don't respond to my argument. So I listen. You have 2 ears for a reason. So in this case, right, I'm saying that they're not omnipresent beings. They're not covering the entirety of the Neo. They're always fighting in a portion of the Neo. If you look at every single one of these panels that you posted, they're always in a specific area of the Neo. They're not covering the entirety of it. So for my argument to logically follow, all I have to do is provide a consistency for why they're always fighting a portion of a particular area of life. They're fighting that specific portion. They don't have to be destroying the entirety of the thing or the entirety of its structure, the entire complex. That's not what's happening.
You're done, right? So I'm not cutting you off.
I'm just repeating how he's saying it.
Yeah, but I just don't want to cut you off. I want to make sure, okay. So firstly, I don't think them being in a specific area necessarily entails that it wouldn't scale them to the whole place. They can still output our power and energy, like waves or whatever, like energy output to destroy the whole place. So when you say you reference this with the definition,
wait, repeat what you just said. Sorry.
Okay. So I don't think you saying that them fighting in a specific place in the Neo, them not being omnipresent, entails that it would not scale them to the whole place because they can still output power and energy to destroy that whole place. Your second substantiation on this society, culture, and the way of life of a particular area does not help or establish on your argument, because when it says particular area, that's like referencing Earth as a totality. There's like a civilization of the Western civilization, for example. That's the example they give within the sentence. So when they say civilization in this context, it's referencing the Neo.
Okay. So I just wrote down the first premise that you said in scan chat. You basically asserted the value that destroying a fragment of a structure would mean that he has the ability to destroy the whole structure. I can break a cup in my house. Can you stop talking before I ban your ass? Thank you. So yeah, I can destroy the fragment of a structure, or I can punch a hole in my wall right now. That doesn't mean I can destroy the entirety of my house. That's completely retarded. You never
why
actually proved it, and I just said prove it to you why he can destroy the entirety of the structure.
okay,
You never did.
so you strawman me. I never said that the fact that they can destroy one portion
You
of a
said
place.
in front of everyone in the VC.
No, what I said. Let me repeat
You
myself.
said in front of
So
everyone in
you
the
understand
VC.
what I
You said
said.
that you have the potency to destroy the entire
No, I
thing.
said just because they're shown in one specific area of the Nile does not like somehow prove that they can't destroy the whole thing. They don't have
so
to be
why can they? Why can they? Let's prove that. Why can they destroy the whole thing?
Why can't they destroy the whole thing?
Why
They can.
Can't. Why can? Why can they destroy the whole thing?
Can they?
Yeah.
Okay,
The
that's
established by
where
their
my
agency.
second point comes in, because your definition does not like hold any form of relevance, given the fact that you're using the definition falsely. So when they say
How am I
civilization
using the
crumbling,
definition falsely if it has different
one second.
supplementaries? They're all
So when they say civilization falls, that's like referencing the civilization of the Neo. So when here it says of a particular area, that's referencing Earth in its entire totality and the Western civilization specifically. So when I say the Western civilization falls, it's not going to be referencing one portion of Western civilization. It's going to be referencing the totality of Western civilization.
Sure. I'll counter this point. I'll counter this point easily. Sure, you can have Western civilization. You can speak of in a general manner. You can speak of a totality of a general area, but then you can still have civilizations within civilizations. I can say the Eastern or like a European civilization, but then there's other civilizations and structures within that one. Other countries and other things that have their established congregated culture, their established buildings, their established cities. You can go into everything like that.
Can you give me an example of like a civilization within the civilization of the Neo?
Psychological egoism.
Just did.
Sorry, what
can you stop talking? If you're not in the debate, please stop talking.
Okay, so what civilization exists within the civilization of the Neo?
I just explained to you how you can have a civilization.
Okay, you can, but like, why is it applicable in this context?
Yeah, because why is it okay? Oh my god, my argument is providing why it's equally the case, not asserting that it is the case. I'm providing skepticism. You're not.
Sorry, I won't cut you off.
Okay, thank you. Jesus Christ, stop talking over me. You're not defeating skepticism by saying, well, I think it's this. I think it's the entirety of the Neo. I think it's entire. That doesn't defeat my argument. My argument is saying that it's equally as possible. For you to defeat the argument, you have to provide the case why it's likely. Every single time you have provided a case why you think it's likely, such as saying, well, we see buildings being destroyed, we see this happening. Those are all specific areas that they were fighting in. That's why I'm saying that it's equally as possible. For you to defeat the argument, you need to provide certainty or a likelihood. You have not done that at all.
Certainty or likelihood. My last sentence did that. So what I was saying is that your example cannot be possibly applicable since there's no smaller civilization within the civilization of the Neo.
Why?
Because it's just never been shown anything like that. It's not an existing thing.
If the definition of it is a part of a, let me find it again. Let me pull it up in Scan Chat. All right, here you go. The definition of civilization can just be, again, a way of life in a particular area. Are you saying that you can't have a way of life in America? America is a civilization, correct?
Mm-hmm. Sure.
Can you not have a way of life in a particular area within America?
That's fine, but like that's what like you're.
So you disagree. Wait, you don't have to wait. You don't have to continue.
Fine within that example.
Okay. So you agreed. So you just agreed that you can have a civilization within a civilization.
Yeah, that's fine. But what I'm saying,
you just denied that earlier. So you just conceded on the notion. You did.
Not hear what I said.
You literally did. That's my entire point.
You're strawmanning me again. Okay. What I said verbatim.
You want me to wait? Pause. So we don't get lost. Wait. Pause. So we don't get lost in dialect. Do you want me to like get someone, like ask a random person if you said that?
Okay. Do you want to like give my interpretation first?
Do you want me to ask the person if you said that before you try to lie?
Yeah, I want to give my own recollection first, so it's clear what I said.
Okay, go ahead and say what you said. Yeah, sure, repeat it.
So basically, my recollection. That's what I said in the debate. Your example is not applicable. I explained to you how civilization within a civilization is fine, but within the Neo specifically, within the context of the Neo, there's no such thing as like a civilization. Within the Neo, there's no such thing as a civilization within the civilization of the Neo. That's what I said.
Okay, so you didn't say that you can't have a civilization within a civilization?
No, I never said that.
Okay. Let me see someone who's been here the whole time. Let me see. Hoodie, you been here?
Si.
Have you been listening the whole time?
Si.
Did you hear him not say a civilization can't be in a civilization? That you brought up Western civilization. I tried to prove to him that you can have one within one. Did you not hear him say that?
No, I do remember him saying that. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So he clearly just lied. I don't know what to tell you.
I don't think I said that.
Yeah, well,
someone
is recalling you saying that.
Well, I mean, hold on. I also have been recording for the entire time, so if we need.
Okay, can you please finish the recording?
He could. We're not gonna we can have him drop that, but for us to wait 20 minutes for us to go through that entire thing and then listen to where directly is gonna take forever.
Because I recall.
It doesn't matter. Okay, wait. Pause. It doesn't even matter if you did, because even if I won the point, it doesn't matter, because my entire point this entire time has been that it's equally as likely. You didn't defeat the likelihood of it.
I did defeat it.
Okay, you agreeing that there can be a civilization in a civilization is you directly agreeing to the value that it can just be that portion of it.
No, I'm saying it can be possible. That's fine. But what I asked you is, what civilization exists within the civilization?
That area that they're fighting in, that specific area.
Okay, do you understand what civilization by definition means? Let's go back to the context.
I defined it for you 5 times. I know that pulled up the definition.
Society, culture, and the way of life. In this specific, is there a different way of life?
Wait. Don't be dishonest. Don't cut off the definition to fit your agenda. It's not the way of life. It's a way of life in a particular area.
Okay. That's fine. But within this particular area of the Nile, in this smaller place they're fighting, is there a different way of life?
You said, it doesn't have to be a different way of life. Where does it say different? It just says a way of life. What the fuck?
Because you're saying there's another civilization. You're referencing a different civilization.
No, you can't have a way of life within a civilization massively.
Okay, civilization by definition, the agreed definition, is a way of life in the particular area.
No, that's not the agreed definition.
Hold on. So, way of life within a certain area is referencing the Nile, that's the big civilization. Whatever. In this certain area, why is a different way of life?
Just made a claim. Prove that. What the fuck? You're making a bunch of claims. You're not establishing why that's the case. It's not my point. I never said that's the definition of a civilization. I said that you can't have a civilization structurally, you can have America, and that be a structural civilization. There could be buildings and it encompassing a large area. But then you can also just say the civilization in a colloquial or a local sense, which is the way of life in a particular area. So you can have a smaller scale of things of how you refer to it in terms of the grander scale referring to the whole thing. So I'm saying, why are they inherently... Okay, can I finish speaking?
Yeah.
Why are they inherently referring to the whole structure rather than just a portion of it, which you're not defeating?
Because it wouldn't adhere to the definition that we provided for to say that one building in the Mondosphere is a different civilization as compared to the entire civilization of the Neo.
Okay. I just showed you why you can have different structures within structures.
No. You don't understand the difference. You don't understand the key characteristic.
I don't understand what you agree to.
There's a key characteristic that differentiates our two interpretations entirely. So again, in the second definition, it says society, culture, and the way of life. There has to be some form of difference.
That's not what it says in the second definition. What the fuck?
Societies.
That's not what it says. I literally just got on you about this at the beginning of the debate. Stop. Please learn how to read something semantically. You literally see the commas that separate them distinctively. It is not one definition for a second definition. It's one definition, and then there's 3 definitions under that of ways you can define it. I'm saying that you can have one main definition. It can be defined structurally in the terms of a society, and then you can have a way of life within the society that's also being referred to as a civilization. None of these things contradict each other. They're all analogous. There's no distinction.
You don't. Okay, so basically, the way the commas are used to highlight these 3 different things compound into a civilization. They create the definition of a society. No, not society. Sorry, civilization. So culture, society, and the way of life in a particular area.
That's not how it's defined. A comma is a separation, continuing.
Not always.
Yes, it is.
There's multiple functions.
Did you go to English class?
There's many functions of a comma, Kruos.
If I say I like cookies, comma chips, comma milk, comma cupcakes, and I'm referencing your mother or something, right? I'm not gonna be talking about the continuation of something. It's separation of a list of things of how I separate them and how I'm defining
that's one function of a comma. I'm saying there's many different functions of a comma.
Sure. Okay, sure. Let's define comma.
So a function of a comma, for example, is that you can have a title and then reaffirm it with
No,
another.
I don't care about your like your arbitration of what comma means.
It's not an arbitration. It's a function within literature. Like what?
Your opinion. It's your opinion of what you think the word means.
It's literally a function used in many different forms of literature.
Okay. Are you gonna keep talking? Okay.
Go give your contention.
I don't care about your arbitration or your opinion of what you think comma means. I'm going to screenshot the definition and post it in Scan Chat so everyone in the VC can read it. How you use a comma, something that you should have learned in 5th grade.
There is a contradiction.
Yeah. So let me pull this out. Who the fuck is talking through like a Call of Duty MW2 like talkie mic or some shit in the background?
Bro, that shit ass.
Motherfuckers talking. Oh my god. The fuck is funny. Yeah, it's like 3rd level. Yeah, you're spinning. My fault. Let me see. Yeah, looking Skin Chat. So yeah, a punctuation mark indicating a pause between sentences, separate items in a list to mark the place of it. So if it's a pause between sentences or a separation, how many words do you think the average sentence has?
I don't know. Like there's many different sentences. Let's say 7.
Okay. Okay. Sure. Then,
like I don't know.
Okay. My point is, typically, whenever people use sentences, there's more than 4 or 5 words. Do you agree?
There's more than 4 to 5 sentences. Not always, but like usually.
Not always. No one
usually
said not
agrees.
always.
I don't have like a problem with like
Holy
a
shit.
sentence with more than 4 to 5 words.
No one is saying that always has to be the case. I'm saying no one is gonna type like this. Look in Scan Chat. Everyone stop typing in Scan Chat, please.
Okay.
No one is gonna type like this, correct? That's just like typically semantically and linguistically how we would not communicate with each other.
Okay, sure.
Yes. So again, if you have typically 4 or 5 more words within a sentence to make it a sentence, and we have commas that separate it, it can't be the continuation or it can't be a pause between a sentence because you want it paused that way. So with the way that it's used, again, a comma typically and distinctively is to use a separation or continue a list of objects or things. So I'm saying to you, a comma within this case would just be a list. So if they have a comma under the word civilization, there are different ways that it is defined because they can't continue it. It's not a pause because it's not the same thing. So they're showing separations and how they distinctively differentiate.
But Kruos, what I'm telling you is it can be a pause, that's fine. But the pause specifically doesn't necessarily have to be a separation of multiple items. It's not like a grocery list. Hold on. I let you speak the whole time. I give you the courtesy of speaking. Let me finish. I'll actually give you even an example within DC itself. It can be asserting a title and then reaffirming with another title. Like if you see the scan, it says until the overvoid and then comma the mind of monitor. That's 2 titles of the overvoid. They're the same thing, but they're using it to reaffirm one title with another. That's basically another function of a comma. Sure. There's many different functions of a comma. It's not one specific function.
So those words, you literally just agreed to what I was saying. Those words, they can all mean the same thing synonymously. Is what I said in the beginning of the debate, which the recorder will show. They can all be the same thing synonymously or be similar to each other synonymously. But you just agreed to the distinction. You just said that they can reaffirm it with another name. The reaffirmation of something that is distinctively defined to be another word, even though it can have a similar meaning, is still a separation. Because otherwise, we would just say the overvoid, the monitors, or et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. They would continue it like that. So the fact that they're showing a separation shows a distinction between the names. They can be similar. They can be the same thing. They're still a distinctive. So what I'm saying here in the definition for civilization, there's a distinctive factor of why this is the case. I think I've already refuted this, and it's kind of again ad nauseum at this point. But if you have another argument for where
I'll give my final contention, and then we can move on, see a judge's verdict or something. So basically, this reaffirmation, what I was saying in the beginning, what you just said is it can be a reaffirmation, a connection. They're synonymous in nature. So what I'm trying to say is with the definition, let me scroll up to civilization, is when they use society, culture, and the way of life of a particular area. I'm saying they're using those 3 things to compound it into the title of civilization. So they're all synonymous in some form of way, in some form of nature. So what I'm telling you now is that you have to prove to me in any way is in that specific building there's a different culture, there's a different society, and there's a different way of life. You have not done that.
It's not a way of life. It's a way of life in a particular area. You're cutting out the definition
Okay,
again.
okay, that's fine. In that particular area of the building, is there a different way of life?
That's fine because that changes the entire premise. If your premise is saying the way of life, that entails the way that people act with any function. But if it's a way of life in a particular area, people act differently in different areas.
Wait, sorry, repeat that?
Yeah, people act differently in different areas. There's a different part of something. If we're all in New York, and New York again is within a civilization, which is America, and we know that New York is wild as fuck, and I can reference the entirety of New York as a civilization, as it having its own type of civilization within a civilization. And then I can look at a specific part of New York, and then I can also reference how people act distinctively away from it, but they can all be synonymous. So again, you can have something that is synonymous being similar in meaning, but something that is similar isn't exactly the case completely.
Okay, Kruos.
Why are you talking over me?
Okay, I'm sorry. I apologize. Continue.
Right. So you can have, again, something that is synonymous, but have a distinctive wordage or a verbiage that is completely distinctive from each other. That's my argument. I've already repeated this like 4 times.
So you can have something
from it. Okay.
Can I ask you a question?
Talking over me? You just said sorry, then you talk over me.
I think like you've said.
So why are you gonna ask a question if I'm not done with my premise?
Because I think you said multiple things, and I want to just one thing. You said.
I reaffirmed the same argument 5 times.
Okay, so no, I'm asking. Who's talking?
If you think that I'm saying multiple things, but this entire time I've been repeating the exact same argument that I've been using for the last 10 minutes, that means that you are not listening coherently to my argument. You do not understand what my argument is. If you think someone is using different arguments throughout the debate, but I'm saying the same exact thing, repeating the same words, going on the same argument, you don't understand my argument.
But I was saying, I think you can say even if you say the same argument, you can have multiple different statements within the same argument, the same premise. So what I'm explaining to you right now is that when you say, hold on. No, I'm not saying the premise itself is different. You can make multiple sentences.
You just said I said different things.
Adhere to a certain premise. So basically, when you say there's a different way of life in a certain area of New York, would you say that's a different civilization?
It's not. That's not what I just said. You just lied.
I'm asking you a question.
You just lied. So I'm not going to answer a lie. Tell the truth next time, buddy. I said a way of life in a particular area, not a way of life within New York. Completely different. A particular area highlights that it's within a certain setting, a certain location. You keep changing the wordage, and I correct you every single time throughout this entire debate.
Okay, Kruos. In this certain area, the certain part.
Not a certain area. It's a way of life in a particular area.
You haven't even heard what I said.
You're not saying it right, so I'm going to correct you.
I wasn't talking about
the same thing.
I'm saying in this certain area of New York. Would you agree that's
my point?
Hold on. God damn, bro. Hold on. Okay. When I'm saying in this certain particular area of New York, would you not agree that's a particular area? So when you say there's a different way of life inside a certain area of New York, by definition that's a way of life in a particular area. What do you not understand from that?
No, it's not.
What?
You can have a particular area doesn't inherently ascertain the value that there's a different way of life or a way of life in that area. I'm simply saying that there's a way of life in this area because of the function of how it's happening on panel and what we see. I'm clearly illustrating that to you. I'm kind of tired of repeating what you just said. Oh my God.
Repeat what you said. I didn't catch shit.
Yeah, I know. You haven't caught anything I said during this debate. So again, I think that I've established this 20,000 times almost. That's me in chat right now what Yoshi posted. That's literally this whole debate. But I was gonna say I think I established this pretty clear and it's pretty eminent. And I think that I'm tired of being on this point. So you can move on to something else if you have scaling for Kaz.
Oh my God. Okay, if you want to move on, I think I don't even need the skill, whatever. Are you aware Kaz can use the story of Superman?
I think the story of Superman argument is ass. So go ahead and say it so I can laugh.
He could summon his narrative, the story of Superman.
Sure. Let's talk about the story of Superman. Oh yeah, I'm gonna say posting in scams so I can call your ass, please.
Okay.
Holy shit.
Where's yeah.
I can't breathe, bro.
Breathe. It's like a clown. You're so gay, buddy. You're gay.
That's what you said.
I said
Okay.
clown.
You're looking at
You
scans.
said
We
call.
see Mandrak use like a self-assembling hyper story, which is like his own narrative. Since Mandrak has like he's the editor of the story essentially.
Okay.
Shown
So wait, pause. Okay. All right. So he says I'm inside a self-assembling hyper story.
okay, and it's trying its best to destroy me.
Okay. It's trying its best to destroy me. Sure.
Okay. So
What
this
does this
story,
change? This is every comic book character ever in existence.
what do you mean? Elaborate on that.
Every
Please.
single comic book character is within its own story. I think there's a
Okay.
story of Flash. I think there's a story of Batman. I think there's a story of every character in
Okay,
DC Comics.
even then, that's fine. It doesn't even like okay.
Sure.
That's actually like even better. So within the overarching narrative, within the void, like specifically within the Neo, which is like right beside the void, Superman's able to manifest his story, the story of Superman against.
It can manifest his story. I think every character in DC Comics manifests.
No, it's not to the same degree.
Sure. Why it's to a higher degree? They're all part of the story. They're all supposed to follow it. Can I finish? Can I finish my argument before you try to counter?
You applied a form of skepticism. Let me answer that. Then you can move
I'm not applying skepticism. I'm making an assertion. There's nothing.
No, Kruos, did you not say why is it to a higher degree? Did you not just say that right now?
I said why, and I'm going to establish why it wouldn't be in the same argument. I'm showing an assertion, a direct value, a direct opposition, not a skeptic or a neutral stance or an equal opposition to your point. I'm making a direct affirmation. Now
Go ahead.
Okay. Why is this the case when we see that every single character in DC Comics uses their story? I don't care about Superman's story. I don't see why this is relevant. Every single character in DC uses their story and utilizes it.
Like, what do you mean uses their story? Like, can you show me an example of that?
Yeah, they act throughout the comic book. Flash has issues in a comic book. He moves and he has his own. He has a course of actions or events that takes place, and he has to move.
I think that's like a writer dictating that. I don't think that's like his own independent character.
That doesn't change my point. Sure, even if it's the writer, right? Let's say the writer writes a story for these characters. The writer writes a story for Cass. The writer writes a story for Cass.
Yeah,
you disagree?
Disagree? No. Yeah. Let me explain to you why. You said verbatim. I'm in a self-assembling hyper story, and it's trying its best to destroy me. At the beginning, you said that is applicable within every character referencing a writer. So what I'm saying,
you said repeat what you just said. Repeat what you said. I said. Repeat what you said. I said.
Okay. So at the beginning, I asserted the claim that he was in a self-assembling hyper story and it's trying to destroy him. You responded with that and said that's applicable to literally every single comic book character, correct?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. So that would be referencing a writer, correct?
That would be referencing a writer, not inherently.
Okay, who would it be referencing then in this context?
Just be referencing the events that a character goes through because they're all within stories.
Dictated by who? Dictated by who?
There's a person in real life, unless you're a Zizou, there's a person in real life that actually has a pen and continues to write these characters and their stories.
Not always. There could be a meta narrative like in this context. There's like a meta writer.
There's still the person that writes the comic book.
That's fine. That's like there's like an overarching narrative. That's fine. But there's a meta narrative within the actual narrative.
Okay. So you have a meta narrative that's written by the person who's in real life that has the pen.
Okay, yeah, that's what I'm saying. There's like an overarching.
Yeah, so it's still within a story. Story.
There's like an overarching main narrative that's written by the person like in real life with the pen. But I'm saying within the actual story, there's a meta narrative. There's metafiction. There's stuff like that.
Sure, so I'm not saying there can't be different narratives
when they're directly referencing the story. Like
no one is disagreeing with your point whatsoever. I don't think you understand my argument. I think that you can have multiple.
When you say this, when you apply this, I'm saying that it would be different in this context because this dictation that Cass has to be destroyed is directly countered by the story of Superman within the void.
You done?
Yes.
Yeah, don't talk over me.
Okay.
Sure. Yeah, you can have multiple stories, again, within a comic book, within a continuity like DC Comics. You have a writer in real life who draws these things with a pen and separates them. They can have different levels. You can have characters that view other characters to be two-dimensional, three-dimensional, whatever it is that they view them to be. They can transcend their existence within a comic. They are still a story. The story still functions through a line of chronological events or through sequences of events in terms of causality or whatever it continues or however it moves forwards or backwards, whatever follows after the next, etc. So it's all a
by the main real life character, right? Like the writer, the main real life writer.
I'm saying this is all done by the writer.
Okay, yeah, the main real life.
The writer. So the writer does all these events for said character. The character operates and uses what he is given to move through these events. Wally, Barry, Batman, fucking Supergirl. I don't care. Fucking Detective Chimp. Doesn't matter who you throw in it. Fucking LeBron from Space Jam. They all have their own script. They all have their own things that they follow, their own set of powers, guidelines, threats, dialogues, and all these things that they use to illustrate and move through the story and progressively illustrate themselves.
Okay, but
so
it's dictated by the writer, correct?
They're all using this narrative. They all have their own story.
This narrative is dictated by the writer, like the IRL writer, correct? That's what you're trying to get at.
Sure.
Okay, but even then, within the story, this writer dictates a smaller meta narrative. So what I'm saying is that each character, it's clearly defined in like many runs, have like their own essentially like narrative. They have their own continuity essentially. So what I'm saying is, in this context,
I disagree. What the fuck?
Hold on. They define a meta narrative.
Just made a claim. I'm not gonna hold on. You just made a claim.
Okay, what claim do you
disagree with? Has like directly their own continuity. I think.
Okay, you want me to send you the scan?
I think everyone has a combined continuity for the most part.
Okay, do you want me to send you the scan?
Yeah, sure. Post it.
Okay.
Show every single distinctive character having their own continuity.
I don't think I need to show like every single.
You do. That's what you claim. You claim that every character has their own continuity. You claim that in front of the whole DC.
Here you go.
I think everyone. I could show you a scan that says all the continuities are one.
Okay. So each like character essentially, like each superhero has like their own continuity essentially, be it Flash.
I disagree. I disagree.
Okay, so like, what's your contention with the scan that I just provided?
Let me see. Which Superman, however, was more resistant, a symbolic lineage, is a direct line from the god of superheroes. We try to repeatedly cannot from but his formula cannot be adjusted. No adjustments to the formula. Ideas branch. Where are you referencing the continuity part that they all have their own continuity?
Yeah, like each character essentially like has their own.
Where is it stated? There's nowhere on this scan that you said like there's no on this scan.
Okay, so like within context, what they were like manipulating was like the continuity of each character. So basically, they made like Wonder Woman.
That's not the case. Wait, okay, sure.
Hold on.
Let's define.
You ask the question, Kruos. You asked the question. So please let me answer it. So basically, it's referencing continuity because characters like Wonder Woman are directly changed to become like a housewife. Batman becomes a priest, but when they say they can't do it to Superman because he's like just like that strong, he's like on a level of his own essentially. You couldn't manipulate him.
That doesn't change what I was arguing whatsoever. You just talked for 30 seconds and wasted time on my day. Thank you.
Okay.
My whole entire point was showing.
He said he's 27 years
whoever's
old.
talking, I give you guys permission to ban him.
Everyone blaming him in the comments saying that he needs to take care of his family.
Why are you talking?
Yo, bro, it's very rude to talk when people are talking.
I'm just gonna ban his ass.
Yeah, shut up.
It's weird. Okay, my entire point is let's define what a continuity means.
Okay, what do you think a continuity is? Yeah, like.
You don't know what a continuity means?
Let's just literal denotation from like the definition first.
The existence of something and the operation of something over a period of time.
I think like a continuity can mean like a linear.
I don't care what you think it is. I just read the definition.
I'm proposing
I just defined it.
Are you fine with that definition?
No, I agree with the definition of what it is in Oxford or Merriam-Webster, an actual official definition, not your dumbass arbitration. I don't for your arbitration.
I'm asking you a question. Like, just say no.
I just said no. I said no 3 times now.
Now provide your.
It's not my definition. It's Oxford's and Merriam's actual definition.
Oxford definition, like.
Do you want me to read it to you again? Yes or no?
Just send it in scans.
Yeah, sure. I'll post it in scans for you. Like. You have some hearing problems, bro.
No.
You do, because you asked me to repeat stuff multiple times.
That's fine.
I haven't said to repeat anything aside from you blatantly trying to strawman me. That's the only thing I've asked for you to repeat.
I ask you to repeat stuff, so I don't strawman you.
But you do it anyways, because then you ask me to repeat it again. That's a contradiction. Like you're an idiot. Sorry. The definition of a continuity, again, the unbroken and consistent existence or operation of something over a period of time. The events that follow underneath something. Those are all forms of how you define a continuity. DC in its entirety is a continuity. It's a massive continuity of things, and there are sub-continuities under it.
Okay, hold on, Kruos. So basically, like, in layman's terms, that just means like a chronological timeline with events.
Yeah, and I think that every single character in DC for the most... Okay, can I finish?
No,
Thank you.
No, not yet.
You mean no?
What the fuck
do you mean no? I can't address your argument. I can't address your premise. Are you a dumbass?
No, that's not what I said. I'm saying I have something to say before like we move on. I don't think we can move on.
You made a claim though. It's not moving on. I'm attacking your claim.
Okay. Oh my god, go ahead. You know what? Go ahead.
The definition of a continuity, you trying to say, yes, is it a timeline or a bunch of events that take place? I'm saying that most DC characters still operate under a general timeline. There's a general timeline. There's a scan in death metal that directly iterates that they all operate under a general timeline. There's so many ways to define that they all operate under the same event. Superman interacting with Flash, they all are in the same timeline.
Can you send a scan in death metal, please?
Yeah, sure. Give me a second.
Yeah. I also have a question for you.
Give me a second. Before you ask the question, I'm going to post the scan, so arguments don't get lost in the debate. All this because Goku solo Superman. Shit's crazy, bro.
Thanks.
No, I'm spitting. Should be death metal issues 5 or 6. Oh my god, Wonder Woman thick as fuck. You know, I do the Wonder Woman. Go fucking crazy. Oh shit, my mic wasn't muted.
Yo, like, can you guys do us a favor, bro? Stop typing in scans, please.
Nah, they're funny as fucking scans. We got like Midget being brain dead and dumb as fuck. Like everyone else, like Hoodie is the Hoodie and Yoshi, the funniest both. Like they're funny.
Where's Hoodie?
General chat.
General chat. Bro, Freaksy's cute as fuck, bro. Like,
Alright, I got it. Should be posted.
you posted it? Okay, let me check.
It's loading.
Wait, where did you send it? In scans? Oh, it's loading. It's loading. Okay.
You must not know about me. Death Metal issue 7. Wonder Woman's conversation, and then they go into like stories, and they talk about how like all the stories in DC are becoming one. Happens in Death Metal.
I don't think like that's what's referencing quantification. That's referencing the hands recreating the multiverse.
That doesn't change my argument.
Hold on. At that period of time, that was not a thing. There was no infinite frontier. Like every single continuity, every single run, to be like its own like one thing. Like we see this with Manhattan when he like separates like each single thing into its like own continuity essentially.
You finished?
Do you understand? Oh yeah.
Sure, I agree with everything that you just said. None of that changes my argument. That's why you should stop talking over me. My entire point is that definitively under the definition of continuity, all these events and these stories that take place are still defined to be a continuity. So with that kept in mind, how could you definitively say what the continuity is? I asked you to distinctively define different continuities for characters and how they separate. And I'm saying that all these events and stories all interconnect and link with other characters.
Okay, they can interconnect. That's fine. But like the separate continuities, separate continuities can interconnect with each other. That's fine.
So they're the same continuity.
Hmm?
So they're the same continuity. If Superman, let me ask you a question. Titans Rebirth issue 5 through 7. Titans Rebirth issue 5 through 7. Superman meets up with Wally West after he left the Speed Force. Wally beats him in a race, of course, like always, because he's way faster than Superman.
Like, you better debate midget on that.
Okay, sure. I was gonna say yeah. So Wally beats Superman in a race blatantly while holding back and like sick. And then,
whatever.
And then in this case, can I finish my argument?
Yeah.
Wally West beats Superman in a race while holding back and like completely sick. And then in this case of why he does this, Superman directly leaves his current run to enter the Titans Rebirth that interconnects the Flash 4, that interconnects to the Justice League comics with Barry Allen. And then those events eventually lead down the line of Heroes in Crisis and Death Metal. So all these events are what? What would you call all these different stories?
Huh?
What would you call all these stories that interconnect?
They can be continuities. That's fine. They can be like
they're continuities. You just agreed. Okay.
Next that's fine. But, like, you want to move on. I'm trying to say, I can say Superman can have a continuity where like he partakes in all these events. Flash has a continuity where he partakes in all these events. Like I don't see the problem with that. Like,
Flash has a story within one massive continuity. He's a character within a massive continuity.
Okay, it can be like an overarching like the IRL overarching continuity. But I'm saying there's like a meta.
No, you can have an amount of events chronologically. You can have different eras in DC. Like you can have Silver, you can have Gold, you can have pre-Crisis, post New 52. You can have different like a mainline continuity within the massive hierarchy of continuity, which is DC. But again, these continuities, they're still generally within the same place.
That's fine.
So okay, sure. I'm ready to move on because you disagreed with that earlier. It's on recording, even if you don't think you.
I disagreed with there being an overarching like continuity. I said
I don't think that's what you disagreed with. I don't think that's what you disagreed with.
I said each individual character has their own meta continuity. That's directly defined within DC and Final Fantasy. Can you stop cutting me off? You made statements. You made statements. Now let me refute what you just said right now, Kruos.
Sure.
Is that you agree like DC itself has like a overarching continuity, referencing the real continuity? I asked you that, and you said that's fine. You agreed with everything I said. So what I'm saying right now is each character has their own little meta continuity that's defined within Final Heaven. Do you understand that? So what I'm saying is Superman's continuity is special over everyone else because he can manipulate his own narrative. That's why they say verbatim. There's nothing left to the inexorable logic of a living story drives us to a conclusion. Do you know what that means? His living story is driving the narrative to a conclusion.
I'm going to cut you off right there because my time is valuable. And you repeated every single thing that I've already countered in this debate. So I'm ready to move on. Yeah, you're trying to find something that it's hearsay. You're trying to say that you said something when I don't give a fuck, and I don't think the VC cares either what you thought that you said when it's on recording. I don't give a fuck.
You didn't understand what I said. That's why you never like contended what I said. You just didn't understand what I said.
I did blatantly, but it's on recording. I'm not going to argue about what you said.
That's fine. But what I'm telling you right now is you don't understand what I said.
Stop talking over me. Thank you. I do not care what you think that you said. I do not care about arguing you what you think that I said or he said or she said. It doesn't fucking matter. It's hearsay. If we're going to argue over hearsay, there is a recording that directly highlights every single thing that was said in this debate. So when I catch your lying rat ass on recording and I post that shit in announcements, every single time you got shit on in this discussion, you can see exactly what you said verbatim.
Okay, bro.
So I'm not going to argue with this. Do you have any other scaling for Cass?
No, I think I defined like my scaling for Cass perfectly. I don't think you really contended anything.
Sure. Okay, sure. You can move on.
You can move on to TDK if you want. Like I think I've established everything.
I'm gonna scale like TDK. Sure. You can stop talking. I'm gonna scale TDK now.
Go ahead and scale TDK. That's fine.
Sure. I don't think you established. You're done with your scaling.
Yeah, I think like I won my scaling. I think you didn't contend anything I said.
Okay, you just said you're done. Okay, sure.
Yeah, that's fine.
Sure. Okay, can you stop talking? You're done with your scaling. You shouldn't have talked for the rest of the debate unless you have a contention with something I say.
Okay, go ahead.
Sure. So again, I think I countered your scaling You have no scaling right now, in my opinion. So I'm just gonna scale like TDK to fucking wall level and say he slams the shit out of Cass. Okay, give me a second. Like, you're an idiot. I don't know what to tell you. Let me see. What I want to do. I don't want to pull out for TDK. Just get the ending. TDK.
Yo, I would actually beat Kruos so easy.
Nobody
bro.
get no fault.
Bro, like, who cares? You gonna beat some bitches?
He's not Chris
Bro.
Brown.
BC gets hella bitches, bro. He can get me too. Like,
Whoa.
God damn, that nigga know you?
That nigga don't know you at all.
Hey,
Bro.
careful.
that don't matter. Like a one night hookup, bro.
Penis and anus.
Okay. So do you agree? You agree to TDK's go to Wonder Woman Prime?
Wonder Woman Prime.
Yeah.
Like
You want me
Golden
to get
Wonder
the
Woman, right?
Yeah.
That's fine. Yeah, whatever.
Okay, sure. You agree Wonder Woman can destroy walls?
Destroy walls.
Yeah.
Sure, that's fine.
Yeah. Okay. So TDK skills the Wonder Woman who can destroy walls.
Okay.
What else?
Wall level because like you couldn't
Give me a
you
second.
couldn't neg what I was saying. You didn't debunk anything I said.
Can I finish?
Okay, go ahead.
Even I have to finish scale my character.
Okay, go ahead.
What else do I want to say for my character now? Fuck. How did I do this? TDK. No, I'm not. I don't agree with that shit. Nigga doesn't go to the Flash at all. Flash shit's on him. Not posting that.
I think Flash is faster than TDK. I don't think like even
I think Flash bleeds the fuck out of everyone in death metal. So.
Okay.
What I want to post. Give me a second. I'm trying to figure out who I want to skill. You agree TDK skills about Robin King?
Huh? Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. Yeah. So Robin King blitzes the shit out of Superman and Wonder Woman and Batman. You want to scan for that?
Like base.
He runs up to him. He socks like Superman, Batman, and Wonder Woman in the mouth.
Yeah,
like he has like all the gadgets, and then TDK.
The three of them base, like just base.
Sure.
Okay.
Like, that doesn't
fine,
change anything. Sure. Superman can fly through the time stream. Time stream is beyond space time. It's arguably universal. I think that he's able to move through linear time.
The time stream, like the fourth dimension. Really?
Yeah,
Fourth dimension.
Sure.
Okay, yeah, you can. Okay, Superman scales to the fourth dimension. Whatever.
Yeah, I think he has a measurable speed. Okay.
I don't care about that.
So I'm ready to go to conclusions.
Okay, yeah. You
can give your
You
conclusion.
scale TDK to the fourth dimension.
You can go first. Give your conclusion first, and then I'll speak.
Okay. So, like in conclusion, I think I won this like by like a major landslide. It wasn't really close. Firstly, the argument of civilization, I've completely substantiated everything I said like with perfection. He tried to contend it by saying that it could be like a smaller civilization within the civilization of the Neo. But like I told him, what different civilization, what different way of life, what different culture exists in like the small buildings, the small portions of the Neo. He never substantiated on that. He just told me to move on. I said that's fine. We can move on to something else. I just think I won that. So secondly, after that, he moved on to Superman summoning the SOS within the Overvoid, not like right before the Overvoid, I guess. He tried to say like that's not special in any sort of way. I substantiated that there's like meta narratives and meta continuities within DC, and like they directly highlight how Superman's at the top. He really had no contention to that again, and he just told me to move on until finally. So like I scaled him to the sphere of modders. In this point, it's right before the Overvoid, which is like way beyond the fourth dimension, the god and the sphere of gods. I've outscaled that like really badly. I just think hey, you could give your conclusion, bro.
Finish. All right, my fault.
Mm-hmm.
Yellow dozy. All right. So, anyways, yeah. So I scaled TDK above Superman, who he agreed had a base Superman who he agreed had the measurable speed. He never scaled the speed of his character whatsoever. So even if like Grant and Steelman every single point that he made and I said it was correct, he never even said how strong the overvoid was. He never went into it being out of versal. He never agreed to anything, any realms, anything whatsoever. No dimensionality. He never defined anything in the debate. Nigga's an idiot. I scaled my character to a measurable speed, and then I said that like what he fucking wall level. You have no scaling whatsoever for your character. So even if he scales the overvoid, where's the overvoid in DC? You never even proved where it was. You're a dumbass. There you go.
I literally asserted within my conclusion that it's beyond.
You can't. Yeah. So you established something in your conclusion. You didn't say in the debate. You can't.
No, I established it within like
reaffirm your premise.
If I'm establishing something within the conclusion, like you're a rat because you know you fucking lost.
I'm a rat, but you couldn't beat the fucking argument. You got shit on with.
I literally said you did not contend anything. You just told me to move on, because you had no real contentions.
Okay. So you never had any scaling.
You got like.
Are you bad? Are you bad?
Nah, it's just like
you sound fucking bad.
Nah, they're just not mad.
You're not bad. What are you, angry? Frustrated?
I'm entertained. I just like think you're stupid.
Fuming out your top?
I just think you're stupid.
Okay, I'm stupid, but you didn't scale your character.
I literally did. Like I scaled him.
You didn't bring up AP, whatever. Where's the overvoid? Where's the overvoid in DC?
Huh?
Where's the overvoid in DC?
It's like beyond everything. Like it's
never said that in the debate.
I didn't need to see that. Like I asserted the claim that's beyond the fourth dimension. You didn't contend us. Like by definition, I still love you.
Match. All right.
Like my guy's a rat.
Fuck got slapped by wall over TDK.
you're a rat, bro.
Oh my god, no, motherfucker just picks better premises and fucking premises you guys shit on. I don't know what to tell you.
I got shit on. Like you couldn't debunk any of my skills.
Okay. Do you want to have this like? You want to pick judges?
Sure.
Sure. So we can pick one. Okay, so we can pick 3 judges. One of them could be like midget. One of them could be Jin, and one of them could be Hoodie, who knows DC. Is that fine?
Yeah, that's fine. I think midget, Hoodie, and Jin.
Who do you think won?
You got your ass.
Hoodie, I'm fucking scared. Please don't, Hoodie. Please don't say the verdict. Wait. I have to get my lucky jersey on, please. I'm fucking scared. I'll be back. Give me 1 minute. I gotta run upstairs.
So
All right. I got my jersey.
Give me 1 sec. I'll post a picture of the winner in chat. Just give me 1 moment. Just give me 1 sec, guys.
Oh my god.
Go ahead and look in general chat real quick. This was the winner of the debate. This is the winner of the debate.
All right. Well, I think Kruos Stark slammed. We know who Midget's gonna say because the name Midget's a fucking brain dead idiot, so it doesn't even matter. Like, Jin.
You won in a different dimension, like maybe, but
nah, because Jin needs that because when that got hit on him when he debated Valor, he needed to spin it around.
Like that's crazy.
Okay, Jin, who won the debate? And wait, Hoodie, do you want to say why I won, so he doesn't think you're bullshitting?
My bad, this pizza crust is slapping hard right now. So realistically, 1 second. Realistically, the evidence provided by Zizou was not really. It didn't really contest any scaling. While Kruos scaled his character, so it's like no scaling versus scaling. It's not really it's not really anything to go there. So you know.
All right, Jenny, the femboy.
Yeah, so like you won, but in a different dimension. You did not win this. Like, you know, honestly, you're what's that? I think he's midget's son. Like you're a midget's son, Victor. That's not a good look,
bro. Can you give a judgment, bro? Stop fucking trolling.
You slapped like that man was just dick riding all the story of Superman. That shit was ass. Don't ever. Okay, he started that. Like you're not getting that on us. Okay, like you.
All right. Bitch, it doesn't matter what fucking bitch says. I think it's a dumbass bitch anyway. I think it's stupid. I don't know 2 + 2. All right. Well, there you go, Zizou. I won. You fine with that?
No.
Fuck.
I don't think that's the reasoning. They just said no scaling, even though like I said multiple times, I think I won with my scaling. They did not give a verdict on my scaling.
Because you didn't have fucking scaling.
The lack thereof, you mean?
Hold on. Wait, wait. Let me avenge Z, bro. Kruos, debate me right now.
Bro, I'm about to go get some chicken and waffles.
brother.
Oh my god!
Bro, listen. Hear me out. Wait. Listen. I'm about to go get some chicken and waffles. I ain't gonna get shot up like some people, but chicken and waffles. They're kind of gunning. Chicken and syrup, waffles, bro.
All right, when you done, bro, debate me, bro. When you done, you gonna be back, right?
I'm about to go post some videos, bro.
You a grown ass man.
Oh my god!
You want to do Maury Jane versus Batman when I come back?
No, I'll do exactly what you did against Z. I'll use Dream. I'll use Dream versus anybody in DC. I'll use Dream versus Comp DC, bro. Except for Dream. Dream versus anybody in DC.
Dream versus anyone in DC.
Oh God, I'll do that.
Okay, I'll take that debate.
Oh, babe, you want to do that right now?
Dream versus everyone in DC.
Anyone except for Dream.